Welcome guys to this channel, and today on Le French Post we'll discover 14 amazing facts that most of you probably don't know about France. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Let's start! 1. France and its overseas territories have a total of 12 time zones, even 13 if you include its claims in Antarctica. In fact, France is the country with the most time zones in the world, ahead of the United States and Russia, both accounting for 11 time zones. In summertime, when it's midday in Paris, it's midnight in Papeete, French Polynesia. We can kind of say that the sun never sets on France. 2. Louis XIV, known as the Sun King and emblematic symbol of the age of absolutism and Versailles, also had the longest reign of any sovereign in history whose date is verified. He was the King of France from 1643 to his death in 1715, accounting for 72 years and 110 days. Slightly more than Queen Elizabeth II, may she rest in peace, and her still impressive 70 years and half of reign. Quite ironically, France also holds the record of the shortest reign, with the King Louis XIX abdicating after 20 minutes. 3. Eating snails is way more than a stereotype in France. It is estimated that up to 30,000 tons of snails are consumed every year in France. Per capita, we are speaking of 6 or 7 gastropods yearly. If you are grossed out by this anecdote, I should let you know that snails are particularly tasty with garlic butter and appreciated for Christmas. Come on, give it a try. 4. The longest territorial border France shares is with Brazil. You may think France shares its longest border with Spain or Belgium, but French Guiana, a fully fledged region of France situated in South America, shares 730 kilometers of borders with Brazil. Spain only comes second with a 624-kilometer border. French Guiana is surprisingly big when compared to mainland France. It is actually roughly the size of Portugal. 5. If France being a liberal and democratic republic seems to be a given as of today, it is historically a champion of regime instability. Since the Revolution of 1789, France has seen a whopping 13 different political regimes. In 1791, it became a constitutional monarchy, then a republic, then the consulat after Napoleon's coup d'etat in 1799, then an empire, then again a constitutional monarchy, then Napoleon quickly came back during the 100 Days, then the monarchy returned, then the Second Republic, then the Second Empire with Napoleon III. After that it was the Third Republic, then France was split between Vichy regime and Free France, then the Fourth Republic was established, and finally the Fifth Republic, which is so far the current regime since 1958. If what I just say doesn't make sense to you, don't worry, it's normal. We may speak about that more in details in the next video. 6. France holds the world record of roundabouts. It is commonly estimated there are 70,000 roundabouts in France, which would account for half of the roundabouts in the world, and 10 times more than in the United States. This number is increasing by hundreds every year, mainly because they would significantly reduce road fatalities and smooth traffic flows. However, if you keep getting distracted by this kind of street art, it could get slightly more dangerous. 7. France is the largest country in the European Union with more than 672,000 square kilometers, yet it is smaller than Texas. 8. The croissant is originally Austrian. Its origin can be traced back to 13th century Austria, where it was known under the name of Kipferl. It was then an Austrian, Auguste Sang, who in the 19th century popularized these pastries in Paris. But the French are not so ungrateful, as they named this category of pastries viennoiserie, in tribute to Vienna's bakers. 9. France loves nuclear energy, so much that it derives more than 70% of its electricity from nuclear energy, the highest percentage in the world, with more than 56 operable reactors. Despite the opposition of left-wing parties, 6 new reactors are planned to increase France's energetic independence. Even when it comes to the defense sector, it is estimated France has 219 nuclear warheads. Only the US, Russia and China have more of them. 10. The richest man on earth is French, and the richest woman on earth is also French. As I speak, in March 2023, Bernard Arnault, CEO of the luxury multinational conglomerate LVMH, has an estimated net worth of $210 billion, ahead of Tesla's Elon Musk and his $181 billion. The current richest woman in the world is Françoise Bettencourt-Meyers, the heiress of the famous cosmetics company L'Oréal, with $79 billion. However, this could change in the future. 11. You may associate France with gourmet gastronomy and fine restaurants. But did you know that France was the second biggest market for McDonald's after the United States? The American firm was skeptical of the French market at first, but the first restaurant opened in 1972 in Créteil and quickly expanded in the country despite the controversies. The French are also the main consumers of pizzas, after the United States but ahead of Italy, with 10 kilograms per year and per capita. Did I say gourmet gastronomy? 12. There are 3 official kings in France. To be more precise, 3 traditional kings still have legal authority over the French Pacific territory of Wallis and Futuna. If France is a fiercely republican country for historical reasons, the Article 75 of its constitution allows some of its overseas territories to keep their customary laws. Just for instance, like Mayotte being able to keep some elements of its African and Muslim heritage. 13. France launched the first cat into space. If the US launched the first monkey into space and the Soviet Union sent the first dogs, France became the 3rd country to enter the space race by sending Félicette into space in 1963, which, unlike most of her predecessors, was able to return alive. 14. The oldest verified person who ever lived was a French woman named Jeanne Calment, who lived 122 years and 5 months. She lived long enough to see the opening of the Eiffel Tower, World War I, World War II, and the collapse of the Soviet Union. At 100, she was still riding a bike. She notably attributed her longevity to olive oil, a glass of Porto each day, and eating chocolate. That's it for today. Hope you liked this video, and don't hesitate to like and subscribe, or to leave a remark or suggestion in the comments.